Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Next blasphemy of Asrar Rashid's elders and ulama of his sect is the book Miqyas al-Hanafiyyat. This book is by a scholar by the name of Muhammad Umar Achrawi. I can prove if Asrar Rashid denies him being linked to him, then I can prove his tawthiq and I can verify him and I can attribute him to Asrar Rashid's own Pir Sahib, Ilyas Qadri, the head of Jamaat Dawat Islami, upon whose hands Asrar Rashid has taken bay'at and a pledge allegiance of Tasawwuf and Sufism. Now, in Miqyas Hanafiyyat, page 291, this blasphemy is such that speaking about this is very difficult for me. It's something which is disgusting. It's something found within Asrar Rashid's books. There's one of two possibilities. Either Asrar Rashid, you haven't read this. If you haven't read this, then I'm telling you now. If you have read this and turned a blind eye, then you have equally blasphemed against Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam for speaking up and forging blasphemies against the ulama of Deoband and accusing them of blasphemy when they have not blasphemed, and the main blasphemies which are real and haqiqi, which are actual blasphemies, you've turned a blind eye, which means your love is not for the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Your hatred is for ulama of Deoband, and you are using the name of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to vent your hatred for ulama of Deoband. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you if this is the case. And if you did not know about this, then I am telling you, please denounce these texts. Publicly come out and show papers the way you have been doing for ulama of Deoband and forging accusations against them. I want you now to come out to the public. And remember, your public now are asking you questions. I know this and you know this. How long are you going to hide for? Either you denounce your whole sect or you denounce these texts and remain within your sect. That's your choice. I am calling you towards Tawbah. I want well for you and your people. I do not want violence. I do not want, disunity. I do not want swearing, slandering. I do not want people being broken. I want peace and harmony. But you have hate preached for over a decade against the ulama of Deoband, against a major community here in the UK. For this reason now your books are being opened. These are just starters. My friend, Asrar Rashid, when we come out with the real stuff, you will realize. So now these are scholars that you can hide from. Page 290 and 291. He says, and I'm going to read the Urdu. Anyone who understands Urdu will get what I'm saying. Anyone who doesn't understand, I find it very hard, because it's something very disgusting. But it has to come to the public because Asrar Rashid has a passion for tackling blasphemy. Anyone who does not understand Urdu, I request you get it verified for someone you trust. Don't go according to my translation. Get it verified. The screen will contain the page number, the cover and everything. And you can get it verified by someone you trust if you do not trust my translation. He says, Huzur sallallahu alayhi wa sallam zawjain ke juft hone ke waqt bhi hazir aur nazir hote hain. He says the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is present and watching at the time of sexual intercourse of a husband and wife. What disgusting texts are these of your scholars, and you have the nerve to speak up against ulama of Deoband. Asrar, get your priorities right. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam about the time of sexual intercourse has mentioned that time is such that even the angels leave a person. You talk about being jahil. Let me give you one hadith from the top of my head. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, Allahu Akbar. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, Iyyakum wa ta'arri. Refrain from being nude and naked. Don't unnecessarily remain naked. Why? فَإِنَّ مَعَكُمْ مَنْ لَا يُفَارِقُكُمْ إِلَّا عِنْدَ الْحَاجَةِ وحين يفضي الرجل إلى أهله أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Because with you are angels who are always with you and only depart from you on two occasions. Number one, when a person goes to relieve himself in the toilet, angels move away. And number two, when a person has intimacy and intimate sexual relations with his wife, these angels move away. The Prophet ﷺ has said, فَاسْتَحْيُوهُمْ وَأَكْرِمُوهُمْ. Thus, show ikram to them, make haya and be modest from them. In other words, don't unnecessarily remain naked. Allah's Messenger ﷺ is saying the angels go away, and your scholars are saying Rasulullah ﷺ comes, na'uzu billah, astaghfirullah. Would you like this if I said that when you are engaged in this activity, your Shaykh and your Pir Sahib is watching you? Is Rasulullah ﷺ not worthy of this much respect that you give to your own Pirs, and you would not like their names to be mentioned in this way? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me for even bringing these filthy texts on my tongue. But there was no other solution because you called for it. Jazakumullahu khairan wa ahsanul jaza. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.